Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Deidre. I am 36 weeks pregnant currently, almost 37. I'm making my way there. I'm just a couple days off from 37 weeks. And today I'm packing my hospital bag. So this is my second pregnancy, and yeah, I know that 36 weeks is definitely late to be packing a hospital bag, but I guess I kind of just kept thinking like, oh, maybe I should pack that. And then we recently moved and I was like, oh, well, half the stuff I need is still in storage. I need to get that out. And then it was just kind of like delayed and delayed. And plus I was always thinking, oh, I could just pack it when I go into labor. Like, you know, what else will I have to do? So that was kind of my plan. However, I think it's a good idea to be prepared just in case, but also I actually still have, my baby's still breech, and at 36 weeks, if your baby is still breech, they start looking into next steps. And so for me, I opted to get them to try to manually flip the baby. And so that appointment will be next week. So it'll be on Wednesday. Today is currently Friday. So I know that sometimes ECVs, like, they can cause a woman to have an emergency C-section. So I wouldn't be totally opposed to that, to be honest. My sister's wedding is in about a little over a month. And so if I'm gonna have to have a C-section anyway, I'd rather go ahead and do it so that I can recover and be feeling as much like myself as I can at the wedding. So,
hi, this is Deidre from quite a ways in the future to update you guys on what I actually used my hospital bag. So I did end up having a C-section at that appointment I was talking about, the one to turn the baby. So I'll just be popping in to say what I did and didn't actually use in this video.
Yes, so we need to go ahead and pack the hospital bag. That way, if something happens and I do go into labor in the next few days, or if I end up getting a C-section, I need to be prepared. So I kind of have a mental list of everything that I need. I'm gonna go ahead and pack it while I'm talking to you guys. So let me set up my camera somewhere else. I feel like that's good. There's gonna be a lot of times my head's gonna be cut off, but that's okay. There's a bump. Bump is huge. Baby's already like 7.5 pounds, I think. My husband was quite a large baby, so I'm not at all shocked. My daughter, I had her at 39 weeks and she was 8.5 pounds. So they're kind of projecting this one to be 9.5, 10 pounds. So we'll see. So in this, I always pack a laundry bag everywhere I go, just like a linen bag. Usually I get them just like from buying bedding or something, and it comes in one of these bags. I keep them and put my dirty clothes in them when I travel, and then it all can just get dumped into the wash. So I have that in there. I have some comfy pants and some nursing friendly tops, like with buttons, as well as some nursing bras. I did pack one pair of underwear. I doubt I'll be wearing underwear when I leave the hospital, but just in case. So what I packed for pants was joggers, which I don't recommend because the waistband really bothered my incision, and plus my belly itself was a little tender too. The button-ups that I brought were fine, but I would have preferred loose-fitting tops or t-shirts, because I mostly ended up taking them completely off for skin to skin and nursing, just to make sure, you know, things didn't get in the way. And then I did end up wearing underwear, not just like the underwear that they give you, because I was there for a few days because my son was in the NICU. And I wish I had a few more pairs that were really comfy and supportive to my belly, as opposed to some of the ones that I brought. Honestly, comfy clothes are the main thing to pack. Things that are loose around your belly, loose tops, things that you can feel just really comfortable in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put in things for baby. Honestly, I don't really know what I need for baby. I know they'll have most of it, like bath stuff, diapers, diaper cream, anything like that, hats, whatever, and even clothes, but especially for coming home. So I packed a sleep sack, 2 sleepers with zippers, and then just an outfit that I like, and then a couple of plain onesies. I don't know. I have no clue. I honestly cannot remember what kind of stuff. I was dressing the baby, and plus my daughter was in the NICU for a couple weeks, so we definitely like needed more stuff for her. And then I'm going to pack a pacifier clip just because that's something I doubt they will have there. I'm also going to bring some stuff for nursing. I know they have most stuff. I know they'll have like pads and even like the tucks, like things that you can put in your pad to like help with numbing, and you know, like just all the essentials. But I didn't know if they would have nursing pads, and plus I wanted some to be able to wear home anyway, so I'm just gonna bring just a few of these. The hospital that I'm going to is like 2 minutes from my house, so my husband can always just run here and grab something. Nipple cream, just in case I don't like the one that they have for me, or if they don't have one at all. Okay, yes to the cream. I used it tons, plus I put it in the fridge for extra comfort. As far as nipple pads, I personally did not use them. I wasn't really leaking yet. My milk didn't even really come in until the day before he was discharged from the NICU, like really come in. I was getting like drops before that, so I didn't really need like absorbent pads at that time. I was mostly using these gel cooling pads I got from the hospital. Here's a picture of them. I'm just gonna pack that just in case it can't hurt. I'm gonna throw a nipple shield in here too. I doubt I'll use it, but you know, I'd rather just have stuff than not. I don't know if you have a C-section. I don't know if you need one of these peri bottles, but this was a lifesaver with my daughter. Obviously I didn't have a C-section with her. It's like you fill it up with water and then you hold it down and it like squirts up, so you don't have to, I mean, you're not allowed to wipe, but the bottles they give you are not as convenient. So if I don't need this for a C-section, it will be in here if I end up having, you know, just like going into labor. My belly band and my compression socks I'm packing on top because I still use these. I don't use them a ton. But so I'll know where they are, but I'll also have access to them in the hospital. Okay, I did use these. They had belly bands there too, but I ended up liking mine better. So I liked having the option of using that as well. And then I'm gonna bring my Haakaa. I'm hoping to breastfeed, so I will want that. As far as the only other things I think I need are a couple things like a cell phone charger. I probably bring my earbuds. I'm gonna make a list and jot it down and lay it on top, so when we have to grab and go, I'll know what I need. But it'll just be a couple things, probably my charger. So yeah, I'll probably just bring a few creature comforts like that, like, you know, charge my phone and things. But then also my toiletries, I just keep my toiletries in a travel bag pretty much all the time, and I'll just grab that on my way out the door. And honestly, that is probably all I'm taking in my hospital bag. I don't need to take diapers or anything for the baby because I know that the hospital will have everything there and they'll send us home with like diapers and stuff. So, and even like pads and things for me, I know that they will send me home with extras of those as well. So you really don't need much. Honestly, that duffel bag is probably even too much stuff. Just because, especially if I have a C-section, like it's not like I need a ton for labor. If I do end up, like if the aversion works or whatever, and I go into spontaneous labor, I want to try for an unmedicated birth. So there's a few things I'm planning to use for that, like the spiky balls and a couple different things, but I will try to labor at home for as long as I can. So I don't want to pack those in my bag. I'll just bring them with me when I go to the hospital if I end up going into spontaneous birth. So this is kind of more like what I would need if I needed a C-section, or kind of what I would need to grab aside from what I'd be using like that day of giving birth, if that makes sense. So yeah, I try to really not overcomplicate it. I know some people bring loads and loads of stuff to the hospital. I mean, I may bring a pillow or something. I don't plan on bringing my own nursing gown or anything like that. So I just kind of try to keep it to the bare minimum. And like I said, my husband can always come home and grab something if I really want it. So that is literally all I'm bringing in my hospital bag. I'm going to be sure in my toiletries, obviously I'm going to have like my shampoo and body wash and things like that. But I'm also going to make sure I have like chapstick and like my face serum and everything, because I know hospitals can feel just like so, sorry. As I know hospitals can just feel very like dry, like the air just is dry, and I'm obviously gonna grab my water bottle and random things like that. So, but that just kind of varies person to person. Whatever like you use on a daily basis, if you have a water bottle that goes everywhere with you, obviously bring it. If you really like to do makeup, I'm barefaced most of the time, so I'm not gonna bring makeup to give birth. Like that doesn't make sense for me. But as far as like what you need during labor, you really don't need to bring anything. I would just say the most important things would be like nursing things. If you're planning to nurse afterwards, they have pumps and stuff for you there usually, so you don't need those. I would highly encourage you to get a tour of your hospital before giving birth, because they'll tell you everything that they have for you. That's how I learned, you know, that they would have like the Tux for me and all of that stuff. I do have like the witch hazel and Tux and things like that in my stash here that I can use when I get home from the hospital. But until, you know, but until I get home, I don't need them, because my hospital has all that stuff for me. They'll let me use a pump there if I need to end up pumping. So literally, I think nursing is the biggest thing. I'm just gonna wear whatever shoes I show up in. So if you are more low maintenance like me, you may not really feel like you need to bring a ton. But the only reason I'm bringing the belly band and the socks is just because I know that that can kind of help with recovery and stuff like that. So other than those couple things, I'm literally good. And even like the Perry bottle, this extra, like you don't need that. Baby clothes, you just need one outfit for them to come home in, things like that. So I'm bringing a little bit extra, but I wanted to be able to fit it all in that duffel bag, and it fits super, super well. And when I'm grabbing the last couple things, if they don't fit, I'll just shove them in my husband's bag. So that is it for my hospital bag pack with me. I hope you feel like that was helpful. If you feel overwhelmed by all the videos you see online of people bringing all kinds of crazy contraptions, you really don't need all of that. It can be just as simple as like clothes and a couple of small creature comforts to just help with your recovery, or to help you feel a little bit more like yourself in the hospital and postpartum. So yes, I hope that maybe it gave you a different perspective on what you really need in your hospital bag. And maybe I'll share a little update, because it's been a few years since I've done this. So maybe I'll share a little update afterwards, just kind of talking about what I really used in my hospital bag and what my experience was like. So if you want to see that, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.